Hi guys, as you can see I put this in the wash. Me and washing machines don't go together. I shove everything in, press the button and hope it works. Okay, anyway, I'm doing this video before any of the others because a lot of you have gone, oh my god, he's going to put a bloody great big propeller on the back of his car. No, I am not. I'm not going to put one on the front of my car, or the top of my car, or the side of my car. Right? So, get all those ideas out of your heads. What I shall be using is something that is used a great deal in hydroelectricity, DIY hydroelectricity systems, called a pellet wheel. Now, you probably made these as kids, or for school projects, etc. Ever so easy to make. And basically, it is a spoon on a shaft, and all that happens. Oops. I've done all the wrong way around, haven't I? Duh. Okay. You have a shaft here, 4 spoons, and the water comes in here, turns the shaft, brings this one down, water hits it, turns it, goes down, and so on, all the way around, thereby generating electricity with the generator connected to the shaft. That is it. Okay? Only I won't be using water, I will be using air. Predominantly, I'll call it naturally compressed air, because what I'm doing, as you saw on my final design, I showed you the inlet vent and the outlet vent for the wind turbines, as I said on the video. Now, if you take a big opening and you have air coming into it like this, and then you make that opening smaller, that air gets compressed. Okay? But bear in mind there's going to be a flap on the front of here, or flaps, I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. That does not get opened until I am on an incline of X degrees, I should be at, right? I don't know what that's going to be yet. It's going to be a test it in situ sort of thing, situation. And basically what will happen is when the car is going downhill, the air coming in, once the vent is opened, will be compressed into, I'd probably use a rainwater downpipe, and then it will go down to an Osma sink drain pipe. Compressing it even more. So you got quite a build-up of pressure here, but that isn't the end of it. I'm still going to compress it further, because excuse me, on the end of here will be a funnel, a bog standard funnel you use to fill your car up, but the small one, right? Not the big one you use to fill your car up with, or water bottles or water canisters or whatever. It's going to be the small one that you can fill up a little test tube, right? And that will be cut off at an angle. Let's see if I can do this right. At an angle, because it would be fitted like that. No, it won't be fitted like that, Raymond. It's going to be back here somewhere. But it would be, see if I can make this a bit, that's it. So it would be cut off at sort of like that angle, so that the air comes out but up. And the speed the air is going at, it will come flying out of there, and by the time it starts to go up, it will be hitting the centre and this portion. Whether that's going to happen or not, I've no idea. Until I build it and try it, I haven't got a clue. Right? This is all my own theory, nobody else's. The Pelton wheel obviously isn't my design, but this part is for use on my electric vehicle. And so the air gets even more compressed at the funnel, and then by the time it comes out of here, it is a high speed, solid wall of air. Well, not even a wall really. It's going to probably be about the thickness of your little finger. So you can imagine from here to there, the speed of the air coming out of there and the pressure is going to be quite high. As I said, this is one of the reasons why I don't like designing stuff. I rather build it, see if my idea works, and if it doesn't, make it work. Find out why it isn't working and make it work. But I had to do this to show you what I was on about. Now, how am I going to hook up my generators to this? Well, very simply, the Pelton wheel will be in a slim box, for argument's sake, like that, okay? With a shaft out either side. Now my initial plan is for 4 of my ceiling fan generators. If you want to see the latest ceiling fan generator, go over to my alternative energy website and there's a playlist and it's on there. I don't use hundreds of magnets like a lot of people converting ceiling fans. I use 16. If you want to find out how I can only use 16 and still produce a lot of voltage and current, well, I think it's about 50 volts but quite a bit of current, then have a look at that video. I'll put a link down below if I remember. So the air will come in at this level, it will hit the vane, the cups, spin the turbine, spin the shaft, spinning the four rotors, that's it, of the ceiling fans, okay? And all it'll be is basically some threaded bar, that's it, hooking generator cases together, and there will be a fixed plate on the shaft here to hook them to. So that the stator shaft, the stator will stay stationary and the outside of the ceiling fan will turn with the magnets on. Excuse me. So that the fixed shaft and then the stators will be moving and generating power. Now I might not need 4. I should be trying it with 2 first. Why two? Why not just one? Right. To balance just one, you can see that there's going to be this sort of business going on. So putting two on, it makes balancing a lot easier, because I can put a pillar block bearing here and a pillar block bearing there, and that would be mounted on the deck along with the pelter wheel assembly. Would be better if I did it that way, wouldn't it? But that's how I intend to do that. Now, before I put it in the car, I can't remember which video I set it on. I think it was the one before last. Can't be sure. I did say I was going to put it in my car and test it out, and that would just be a vent. There's the roof of my car, like so. My sunroof is here. I should just put a vent on there with all the reductions coming in here, so that when it hits the peltier wheel, it'll be at this point. There won't be any flexible pipes or anything like that. This will probably be on an angle, so that I've got the actual method I wish to use and the actual items that I wish to use. The reason for that is I can then find out if I'm going to have problems with something not taking the pressure at this stage and just bursting. So that's why I want to do the test in my car. We've got plenty of hills around here in Hereford, so I haven't got to go very far to do the test. And also there are hills of different gradients, so I can test the angle that this will start to generate. Because when I do this, it'll be open. There won't be any veins on the front, and all I'll do is just probably have a valve here that I can just turn to vent. Try the other way around, Raymond. To vent the air while I'm driving on the flat. And then when I'm ready to go down a hill, I can work out the gradient and close the vent off, and then I can find out if all this is going to work. When that will be, I've no idea. I will try and do it as soon as I can. But before that, I want to get the motor pod, or one motor pod, built and that tested, because I think that's where I'm going to have a lot of the my biggest problems. Not in enough power, but how I'm going to use the cogs and chains down off the jack shaft to go onto the back wheels to give me that power. And that's the only thing I've got to work out yet. Now, again, I've had people, why don't you use a donor car? Right. If I used a donor car, it would probably triple the weight by the time I finish putting everything on. Secondly, the way I'm mounting my washing machine motors on my nice EV, I couldn't mount them on a car body. Like, it just wouldn't work. Now, I'm not going to go out and buy a forklift truck motor, right? As I said to, I think it was Mongrel Shark I said it to, what I am trying to do is make this EV as cheap as possible. For free would be fantastic, but it don't work that way. So as cheap as possible, so that anybody throughout the world can build one. Well, why don't you start up a business building them? No. And this is the reason why. If I build my car the way I want to, and make it so easy that every family could get together and say, let's build one, how many families throughout the world? Now, if you only take 1% of the world's families and they build one of my cars, fantastic. Not to give me prestige, because that is 1% of families, companies, have to go round, buy the car off them for silly money, and then destroy it. So if the oil companies come to me and say, we want your designs, we'll give you X amount, fine. But everybody else has got the designs as well. What are they going to do? Go around every single person who's got this design and stop them building it? Logistically, it's impossible. Financially, it'd be stupid. That's why I'm using washing machine motors. They're readily available. They get chucked on the tip every single minute of the day. How many cars could that make just in Great Britain? How about America? South America? They don't have to be the same design, but use the same things. And in some countries where it don't rain, you can go soft top. Put the solar panels on the boot and the front and back. You find hilly mountainous places where they'll be charging up mostly through the pellet wheel. So solar's irrelevant. They could put solar panels in their garden and plug the car in when it's not being used. So there you are, people. That's why I'm not making a business out of this. No business to shut down. So therefore no business to buy out. Individuals. I mean, I said 1% families throughout the whole world. Add to that all the individuals who would build one. That, my friends, is an extremely large amount of cars, electric vehicles. And hopefully it would take a lot of the petrol cars off the road. Now, I know I'm going to get a load of thumbs down from petrol heads who don't like electric cars, and they're out there. Not everybody likes the same things. It'd be a boring world if we did. So that's why I'm doing it. I want everyone, not just me, I want everyone to make a difference. And we can by building my nice EV. But for those of you who have only found my channel by accident or done an electric vehicle search, why am I calling it my nice EV? I did say in my introduction to the project a long time ago, but here it is again, my no internal combustion engine electric vehicle. And hopefully we're going to make a lot of them. My viewers, my subscribers, you're amazing. And I know I don't say it very often, but I appreciate every single one of my subscribers, every single one of my viewers, every single person who makes a comment, good or bad. I'd rather have good and bad, because I look at the bad, see what they're talking about, and if it pertains to something that I'm doing and I think I can do it better, then I will. So thank you for your bad comments as well. I ain't worried about thumbs up or thumbs down. That just means you've got a broken wrist. See, thumbs up. No, alright, never mind. So yeah, thank you to everyone. And I want to make a very special thank you to all of you for the support that you gave me in the last 6 months. You're fantastic people. I know I've said it already, but I want to say it again. Thank you very much, my friends. You are out of this world. And I don't mean you're aliens either.